Hello everyone, I Vikas Somankar welcome you all to the new session on projection of solids. In today's video, we will move ahead on projection of solids topic, and today we will solve second problem of projection of solids. I have already uploaded first video of projection of solid. In previous video, theory part and basics of projection of solids were explained. In that video, all types of solids were discussed. At the same time, basic assumptions which you need while drawing projection of solids also were discussed. In previous video, we had seen important points which you should remember while drawing the solution of the projection of solids. In that video, we had discussed how to start drawing a solution, how to identify true length. At the same time, difference in first stage of prism and pyramid, guidelines for completion of projection also were discussed. In that video, we have solved one problem of hexagonal pyramid. In today's session, we will solve a problem based on hexagonal prism. So let's see the statement of the problem. It goes like this. A hexagonal prism with edge of base 30 mm and axis 65 mm has its edge of base in VP. The rectangular face containing that edge is inclined at 30 degrees to VP and perpendicular to HP. Draw its projections. So, observing the statement of the problem, you can see that the object given is a hexagonal prism. So, hexagonal prism has its base shape hexagon, that's why true shape we will draw as a hexagon. And as it is a prism, the true shape will be followed by a rectangle. Now let's decide where to draw that true shape. So it is given that the hexagonal prism has its edge of base in VP. That means some part of the object is resting in VP. So the statement was given to you that if object or some part of the object is resting on VP, then we will draw its true shape above XY line, that is in front view. So here edge of base is in VP. That's why the true shape of the object will be drawn above XY line. That means the hexagon, which is the true shape, will be drawn above XY line, and that hexagon will be followed by a rectangle. After deciding true shape and its position with respect to XY line, let's decide what should be the orientation of the true shape. For that, let's see which part of the object is resting in VP. So it is given that edge of base is resting in VP. Edge of base is in VP. That means the edge should be on the right hand side. So regarding this, one statement was given to you that if information of resting is related to edge of base or triangular face in case of a pyramid or a rectangular face in case of a prism, then we will keep one edge of true shape on right hand side. That means the orientation of true shape should be such that one edge of the true shape comes on right hand side. So in this, one edge of base is in VP, that's why we will keep one edge of true shape on right hand side. After deciding the true shape, its position and its orientation, let's start drawing the first edge. So we will draw hexagon above XY line, which will be having one edge on right hand side, and the side of the hexagon is 30 mm. Let's mark different corners on the hexagon. As this is the true shape of the prism, there will not be any line inside the true shape. There are no slant edges inside the hexagon. After this, we will project the hexagon in top view, and by taking axis equal to 65, we will draw a rectangle like this, and we will name different points of that rectangle. This completes the first stage of the problem. After completion of the first stage, we will redraw projection view of the first stage in second stage. Here in first stage we have top view as a projection view, that's why we are going to redraw top view of first stage in the top view of second stage with the given condition. And as we all know, information which is to be used in top view should be related to VP only. So let's go to the statement of the problem and let's find out what is that information. It is given that rectangular face containing that edge is inclined at 30 degrees to VP. So this 30 degree inclination with respect to VP is given to you. So this is the information which we will be using now. So it is given that rectangular face is 30 degree inclined to VP. But for choosing that rectangular face, some condition is given. The rectangular face containing that edge. That edge means the edge which is resting on VP. So we have drawn one edge on right hand side in the true shape. So we have 6-1 edge and FA edge as well. So we have two edges overlapping on each other. This is because as it is a prism, we have two bases in prism, and in this view both bases are getting overlapped. So this edge 6 1 is getting overlapped with FA edge. So at the bottom we have AF edge and on the top we have 1 6 edge. So first we have drawn FA edge and then on that we have 6 1 edge. That means according to the given condition, the rectangular face through that FA edge should be 30 degree inclined to VP. So which one is that rectangular face? So FA, then 1, 6 and F. This will form a rectangular face which is seen as a line in front view and it is seen as a line in top view as well. One point which you should always remember is to give inclination of the surface, that surface should look like a line. Then and only then we can give inclination to that surface. So here rectangular face was inclined at an angle of 30 degree. That rectangular face is seen as a line over here. That's why we can easily give inclination to this line and that will be the inclination of this surface indirectly. So let's take point A anywhere on this XY line and from there we can draw line A1 at an angle of 30 degrees. We can take distance of A to 1 and taking inclination 30 degrees we can draw this line which gives us 0.16. So we have drawn point A and point 1. So to draw other lines we should have different points like point C, point 3, point 2, point E. Okay. So to draw those points we should refer point A and point 1 which are available with us. So let's plot point C. So for plotting that point we will take distance A to C in compass and we will cut an arc like this. Then we will take distance of point C from available point 1 from here. So this distance we will cut over here which will give us arc like this. The intersection point will be the required point CD. After getting point CD we will join it to AF to get line CA. After that let's mark point 3. By taking distance A to 3 we will cut an arc. Then we will take distance 1 to 3. The point which we got is 3 4. After this we will join that 3 4 to 1 6 to get line and then we will complete the diagram. Similarly we will plot point 2 and point E. This completes the redraw of top view of first stage in top view of second stage according to the given condition. So till now we have completed true shape, projection, redraw. After this we will project this view in the front view of second stage and we will take projections from front view of the first stage. Let's take projections of point 1 and 6 from the top view and 1 dash and 6 dash from the front view. So we will get point 1 dash and 6 dash. Similarly we will take projection of 2 5 to get point 2 dash and 5 dash. Similarly take projections of 3 4 and get point 3 dash and 4 dash. Similarly take projections of different points A, B, C, D, E, F and get points A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash and F dash like this. Also project end points of the axis to get O1 dash and O dash. We have plotted all the points in the projection view. To complete the diagram, we will refer guidelines for the projection view. For that, we should know the observer position of the current view. So current view is the front view. That's why its observer will be below top view. So this will be the position of front view observer. Using this observer position, we will complete the projection view, which is the front view of the second stage. So first point in the guidelines of the projection view is we should complete the outlines or boundary of the object. So looking at the diagram, you can easily see 5 dash, 6 dash, 1 dash, 2 dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash and 5 dash becomes a boundary of the object. Then we will refer the second point. The second point says all the lines or the edges passing through the nearest corner to the observer should be visible. So here in this diagram 3 and 4, 2 corner points are nearer to the observer. So let's consider 3 first and then we will move to 4. So while considering 3, you should know which are 3 edges through point 3. For that we will refer true shape. So observing the true shape, from 3 we have 3 to 4, 3 to 2 and 3 to C. So all these edges will be visible in this view. So we will have 3 dash to 4 dash, 3 dash to 2 dash and 3 dash to C dash as visible lines. After drawing all 3 lines from corner point 3, we will move to corner point 4. So corner point 4 is also at the same distance to the observer. So all the edges passing through corner point 4 should be visible. So for that we should know which are different edges from corner point 4. So observing the true shape, you can see from point 4 we have 4 to 5, 4 to 3 and 4 to D 3 edges. So we will draw 4 dash to 5 dash, 4 dash to D dash and 4 dash to 3 dash as visible lines. Till now we have used 2 guidelines for the completion of the projection view. After this we will use third guideline, which says that all the edges through the corner point farthest to the observer should be hidden or should not be visible. So observing the diagram, you can see to this observer, this A and F, 2 corner points are farthest points. So let's first consider point F. So all the edges through point F should be hidden or those edges should not be visible. So from a corner point F, we have F2E, F2A and F26 3 edges. So those 3 edges will not be visible or those 3 edges will be drawn as dotted line. So F2E, F2A and F26 lines will be drawn hidden. In that, some part of F dash to 6 dash line will get covered by a line drawn from D dash to 4 dash. So that much part of the line will not be visible. The rest part of F dash to 6 dash line will be drawn as a hidden line. So let's draw F dash to E dash, F dash to A dash and F dash to 6 dash. After that, let's consider point A. So A point is also at the same distance from the observer. So all the edges through point A should not be visible in this view. So from A, we have A to F, A to B and A to 1. So A dash to B dash, A dash to 1 dash and A dash to F dash. From that, A dash to F dash is already drawn. So we will draw A dash to B dash and A dash to 1 dash. In that, some part of the line which is to be drawn from A dash to 1 dash will get covered by a line drawn from C dash to 3 dash. So that much part of the line will not be seen as hidden. So rest part will be seen as a hidden line. So let's draw the remaining part. By this we complete the third point of the guideline for completion of the projection view. So by this we have drawn all edges of the hexagonal prism. Only axis is left. So we will draw axis from O dash to O1 dash. This completes the solution of the problem. If you have any kind of query, any kind of doubt related to this, you can comment in the comment section below. If you liked this video, please like and share this video with your friends and subscribe my channel for getting updates related to this and other topics of engineering graphics. Thank you.